Intro, okay, folks? Buckle in, because this one starts with an injury to the elderly charge and ends in a tangle of family drama, protective orders, and a whole lot of poor decision-making. Let's see where the legal hammer lands.
All right. You entered a plea to injury to the elderly. According to your plea bargain agreement, the state is silent on your application, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence, and this is run concurrent with a county court cause number. All right, are there any witnesses, defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court will hear your argument.
Your Honor, ask the court to take notice of the jail classification. Its weakness, of course, is that it's self-reported, but it corroborates to some degree what the MEC evaluation says. In the past, she's had mental illness problems, and less so now. And the number 2 point, Your Honor, is that the complainant in this case, in both cases, misdemeanor, your court, not interested in hurting this woman. She filed
Painting a picture of a fresh start new home. No contact with the victim, case closed. But here's the thing. Promises made in court sound great until real life comes knocking.
non-prosecution, but there was a damage made by glass broken up against her eyes, so there was damage. She's remorseful for that. Her plan is to live with a 35-year-old friend of hers that she's known for a couple of years. There's no more contact between the boyfriend and the complainant, who is the boyfriend's grandmother. That's finished, that's over. And she doesn't plan to return to that. I asked the court to consider deferred adjudication with some type of supervision regarding where she's going to live. Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, so let me understand this. So the facts of this case are that the elderly person was in an argument with her grandson. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The other way. It
said she had been arguing with her grandson and the suspect got involved.
Oh, prior to that, yes, Your Honor. But the real issue was conflict between grandma and her.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Vanessa,
All right, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Louder.
Vanessa.
All right, so what is your relationship to the victim in this case?
There's no relationship anymore. I was with her grandson.
All right, so you, and how old are you?
24.
24. And how old is the grandson?
He just turned 20 in January.
All right, and you were living with her?
I was living there for about 5 or 6 years.
You were living with her?
With her and the grandson.
All right, but that's her house, right?
Yeah.
It's not the grandson's house. So you come in and you live with the grandmother and the grandson.
Yeah.
And then she gets into an argument with her grandson.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that argument about?
I don't remember the exact details due to the fact that
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I don't remember the exact details because I was under the influence.
Under the influence of what?
Xanax.
All right.
Talking to my face.
So she's in an argument with her grandson, and then what do you do?
So I was, I guess, like in the middle, I guess.
Spike. Her story and the police report don't match. In legal land, that's a credibility sinkhole. When those two versions collide, guess which one usually wins? Hint it's the one in writing.
There was a lot of things going on to make a lot of use.
You have said some things, but you haven't told me anything. So.
Yeah, Your Honor. How did she get hurt?
So I got pushed into her.
No, that's not what this says. Because if you were just pushed into her, then maybe you need a jury trial. If you're saying you were just pushed into her. But that's not what it says. In the police report, it says While on patrol in the marked vehicle, I was dispatched to the listed location for an assault in progress. The caller stated his brother and the girlfriend were arguing, and the girlfriend hit the grandmother. The caller stated the grandmother was bleeding from her head and nose. I arrived to the listed location and saw both victim 1 and O1 sitting outside on the porch. Victim 1 had visible injuries on her face and head. Victim had a small cut on the bridge of her nose, which was still bleeding. Victim had a small cut on the top of her head that was covered in blood. Victim also had a lump on the right side of her head. Victim said she had been arguing with her grandson. Victim said she had been arguing with her grandson, and the suspect got involved and began to argue with her. Victim said she doesn't remember how or what she was hit with, but the suspect walked up to her and hit her. O1 said suspect had threatened to beat up the victim before. So unless you were on Xanax all the time you were at that house?
I was on Xanax for the last 2 years that I was living there.
All right, is there anything else?
Moment, please, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
So why were you not living with your parents?
So, then,
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
So I'm from Wisconsin and like,
You're from the what?
From Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so I moved in with him, and I was living with him basically for both of them, because
Did you have a job?
no,
How long have you been unemployed?
since I got with her grandson,
And how long has that been?
about 6 years ago, 5.
So 6 years you have been unemployed. So why did you leave Wisconsin to hook your...
Detour into her personal history might feel off topic, but judges do this to understand patterns, education, relationships, stability. They're not just nosy, they're sizing up who they're sentencing.
your life to this person?
It's just being
Because your parents said they didn't like him or something, and you decided to do it anyway?
no, I just, my parents just approved at the time.
And how old were you when you met him?
When I was 16, but I didn't start a relationship with him until I was 18. Like about a week after I turned 18.
And how far did you go in school?
9th grade.
9th grade? Yeah, so it sounds to me like you were not listening to your parents. Did your parents want you to get your degree or no?
They did. So I was taking care of my mom. My mom is disabled, and so I was taking care of her, working at the time, and I had a part-time job going to school, and I was taking care of my mom, which she's disabled, and my little brother who's also with autism. So I felt like I had a lot on my plate, and so I chose to work instead of going to school.
And then you chose to leave them on their own because you wanted your own life.
Well, my mom had got married, and so she met her husband, which he still takes care of.
Here comes the twist. This isn't her first rodeo with this exact same victim. That protective order violation hanging in the background, yeah, that's going to weigh heavy.
Mm-hmm. All right, what is her criminal history?
No, I don't believe.
No felonies, Your Honor.
So the only history she has are just the two cases that have been before you are, which is this injured elderly and then concurrent misdemeanor.
This is Law 101. If a court says no contact, it doesn't matter if the other person invites you over for two, still can't go. Protective orders aren't suggestions. They're bright red legal stop signs.
Violation of protective order? And is that with the same person?
Yes,
It's with the same person, yes, Your Honor.
And when did that occur?
That occurred about a month after this took place.
So she had
Your
a,
Honor, brief summary of those facts if you want.
well, what date was the violation of protective order, the offense date?
December 17, 2024. This happened November 27th.
All right. So you want to tell me about this violation of protective order?
So I've never like been in trouble before, so I didn't realize like whenever I didn't know how the law worked basically.
Well, I mean, if somebody tells you, if you receive an order saying that you can't contact somebody, that's how the law works. The order says you can't contact them.
Yeah.
So continue.
So I had went to pack my stuff, and so I was getting ready to leave, and I guess the grandson had got mad that I was